my name's Daddy, and I waffle on sometimes, but welcome to part 3. This is a series where I answer your questions and probably ignore them and go straight onto a topic that I want to discuss. Anyway, I'll base it loosely around your questions. How much money have I spent on Clash of Clans? I guess probably a couple of £100 when I was cup chasing up until November, December time. Probably spent the same again, maybe a little bit more since then. When I was farming, I was really careful. I didn't use gems at all on my base, and the only time I would use gems was very rare. I buy about 500 gems in a month or something like that. It was just to try and end builds early when I'd go to sleep. When I did the Road to Champion League series, and I think there was 2 times when I hit Champions League, I gemmed troops then, and I kind of got into the habit then of buying gems and then gemming troops for videos, and it's a bad habit really, because it's just like a patience thing. The problem is, I mean, I say I only have 5 hours a day at the most to clash. You can't get to Champions League if you're waiting for balloons to build, because it's an hour build. So just, you know, gem it, raid, gem it, raid, gem it, raid. Problem is, it doesn't feel like it's good value for money. But I suppose if you look at it, you know, it's just, you know, it's an entertainment budget, isn't it? Really, you know, probably blow more than £200 on a decent meal with a few people. So yeah, I'd say probably about £500, £600 maybe altogether since I started. I started in August the 2nd, I think it was, 2012, which is the day it was released. It's funny actually, it's one of these. Well, it had one of these free app things, you know, and it's like, oh, it pops up. So it's Clash of Clans. Interesting. Will there be a Rising Clan level 50 players? Yeah. So look, the challenge we've got in the Rising is that everybody wants to join, but we're not going to open up too many clans. For reasons I've kind of mentioned before, is we want to keep a family feel. We don't want to have too many. We don't want to be too big. I mean, I respect the Reddit family, but I don't even know how many there are now. There must be 30, 40, 50 clans in the Reddit family, and it's just a name, right? You know, they're unified by a great community, but there's, you know, you can't get to know each other. It's just impossible. I want the 200 people in the Rising to know each other, and to be able to, you know, build bonds. I want us to be the happiest family. So I don't know if we're going to be opening up. I think the problem is, as soon as we open up another clan, everyone's going to jump in, and then we're going to start ranking people naturally according to how strong they are in the game, because we don't know them as people. Or the worst case scenario is we bring our friends in, and that would be even worse, because, you know, it wouldn't bring in new people. So I don't think there'll ever be a Rising clan for level 50 people. But, you know, there's nothing stopping you calling yourself a Rising and saying we're a friend of the Rising. But it won't be official. It's just, you know, it's a. Wish we could have 1,000 people in a clan and can accommodate everybody we want. But then, on the other hand, I don't. I'm glad that we're not, because it would just be chaos. What's my favourite James Bond movie? Well, of course, it's got to be Skyfall. Not because of the name and what's happened recently with our clans, but I just think it's awesome. I've seen that quite a few times. I'm not much of a film critic, I'm afraid. And then finally, yeah, what additions to Clash of Clans would you love to see? I think anything that improves the social side of the game would be good. I'd love to see us being able to, you know what would explode things, is if you could just send up videos, send up replays onto YouTube. It would be amazing for the YouTube community. We can just, you know, if anybody could do it without having to worry about how to record and stuff, that would be really good. And you know, if you can share that on Facebook and stuff like that, would be fantastic. Share replays. So anything that could help the social side. It'd be really nice to be able to communicate with the clan that you're clan more with. Be able to improve the communication within the clan. Would be great. Some sort of elder chat. I mean, most of us, you know, I mean, just looking at the instant messaging systems I use. I mean, let's start at the top. So Kick, for more or less one-to-one conversations. We can have groups. GroupMe for all of the various sort of management of clan kind of groups, clan war, battle rooms, that sort of thing. We've got What else have we got? We've got Glassboard, which is more sort of pictures and sort of threads and stuff like that. Line, which is it's largely used by the higher, Cupcake clans. It's more of a voice thing, to communicate with people by voice. And then there's email, and then there's the forums, and then there's the YouTube comments and stuff like that. So it'd be nice if we had something in clan that could replace some of that. If we could have more of a sort of a chat room kind of thing, that would be fantastic. Anyway, but yeah, apart from that, I think I think it's the best game that I've ever played. I've been a gamer for about 30 years on and off, really. I started out writing games on Spectrums and ZX81s and things like that. Which is probably long before most people remember. I just love the social side of these games and these communities that have been built up. The world has really changed in terms of the way that we communicate. I know more people. I've known more people for 10 years. 10 years ago was a point when I started knowing more people without having met them. People that are strangers apart from the text that you see or the voice that you hear. And I think it gets to the case where there's going to be 10 times more people that we know online that we've never ever met. I hope we don't lose the ability to communicate in real life, but yeah, these online games are a really good way to meet people. And the thing is that it doesn't matter what gender you are, it doesn't matter what age you are, it doesn't matter where you come from in the world, how much money you've got. It's kind of what matters is what you write and how you respond to people and how you support people. Because these clans are social groups, right? It is a game attached to it, but you have 24/7 friendly people to talk to when you might in your normal life not have access to that, or it might be just a busy day. And I just think it's a great little community. And I heard 6 months ago that there's 500,000 clans active. So God knows what it must be at the moment. I think, I really do think that the way the world is going is much more towards these communities, and the fact there's a game attached to it is great. It's quite nice to be able to just socialise. Really, socialise in a strange way is a strange thing to say when all you can see is the text, but it's quite powerful. Thank you very much for listening. I appreciate that. If you have any thoughts or comments about this, and if you have any further questions, let's just do the hashtag #AskDaddy. If you've got any more questions, I hope it's been interesting for you. Thank you very much indeed. Take care. Bye for now.